All right, welcome back to another video. It's Tuesday afternoon, around 1 o'clock. Figured I'd make a video today sometime. Do a little update on what's going on in Devin's sheep operation. He's been sawing some wood. He made a nice pasture for the sheep to go out. He closed up this wall. Doesn't even look like there's a door here, but there is. Everyone looking good. Oh, nice, lots of room. What do you got to do next? Hey, what are you doing next?
I'm putting a post here and a post here, making an alley here.
Oh,
It's going to be lambing pens.
Oh yeah. Huh. All right, we're gonna continue on working on the truck. It's actually pretty cold out today. It's really humid. Just starting to snow now, so we're gonna run and seek cover in the shop. Nice warm shop. All right, so in the last video we ran into a couple problems. First problem was we tried putting the rad back in, and the fan actually hits the radiator. So it actually hits the top of the radiator, but it's also very close to hitting the fins and everything. So we're gonna have to take this fan off and put an electric fan. Other problem was the turbo is hitting the AC condenser here. So I talked to a couple people and they said, well, screw it, just get rid of your AC. You know, I'm gonna have enough room, so I won't have to put the AC condenser, the rad. I'll be able to get that out of the way, so I have more room for my intercooler for the turbo. That radiator needs to go somewhere too. So I'm kind of leaning on the fence of getting rid of the AC. It's just that in the summer you're gonna regret it, but I never really had AC on this truck, and I've never been really used to AC in a truck, so just put the windows down. I'd rather have a turbo than AC. I'd rather have power than comfort. So that might be the problem solver. Just get rid of all this. But now that it's on the frame, it's a little harder to get to. So we're not too sure yet. All right, so we decided to get the AC condenser box apart. Thinking once this is out, we can just scrap this half of the box, leave the rest. It's just, I can't get two bolts right underneath here. Engine's in the way, so we're gonna have to lift the engine out to get to this. Or should I just tuck it off before we put the cab on? All right, that's gone. You can see into the cab filter. Blower fans here. I think it's gonna be easy to get hot air into this truck, that's for sure. Anyways, we got lots of room. We trimmed it up with the saw because it did not want to come out. Last couple bolts were stripped, so they didn't come out. So I ended up breaking. Well, there we are, these two. They didn't want to come off, but it's pretty brittle. Very brittle. All that heat, but we should have room now. That saved us about $700, so should be all right. All right, it's back in. Look at all that room. Just here, it's a little close, but I don't know what we're gonna have to do, if we're gonna have to block this off or something. All that heat might melt this plastic. Not too sure yet, but looking a little bit better. Looking like it's supposed to be there. All right, next I'm on to taking this fan off. It's been a couple attempts finding different ways of holding onto the pulley here while trying to spin the nut off. Now I'm down to basically have this Kimpex pliers holding onto the 2 bolts that bolt on the pulley here, and then I got a wrench on the nut trying to turn it off. Just don't want to slip because my hands are going to get shredded. Lots of sharp parts down there. I gotta invest in a camera stand because you guys wouldn't believe how I held this pulley. It would have been nice to have it on camera as it was going, but this is how I did it. Put the vice grip to the tie rod bar there. Got the wrench. I figured out that this is actually a left-hand thread. I've been going the wrong way all day. Anywho. So just by gripping the vice grip on the 2 bolts there, there's enough grip to hold the pulley back. Give me enough room to turn it off. It abruptly fell, but that's how I gripped it. Hey man, it works, it works. Anyways, this is freaking heavy. Alright, well, that's off and we can continue putting in our radiator. Not too bad. Cool. It'll be much quieter without the fan. It'll take less power. And well, we'll have room for a radiator. So that's our primary objective here. All right, so that's with the radiator in. As you can see, we don't have much room at all. Look how thick the shroud is on on the stock. Like, you know, I'd have to take out cylinder 1 and 2 to make it fit. It's never gonna go in. I'm just wondering if it has enough room to fit the electronics fans. Consider, you know, they're pretty thick, you know, and they gotta attach to the radiator. So I don't know. I'm really starting to regret not pushing it back as much as we can. You know, even an inch or 2 would have been just fine. I guess we'll have to make another one someday, and that's what we'll do. As for now, we got the turbo mounted. We got the rad somewhat mounted. It's enough for one day, I think. It took me a long time to get that stupid fan off. So now we just got to get the mounts mounted in. These top bracket pieces that hold that together like that. Then we got to get some plumbing. And this is the out. It goes to the bottom. So that should be interesting to configure. I'm not too good at configuring stuff that's like, you know, it's kind of tricky, this stuff, so it's gonna take a lot of different elbows and fittings to make the plumbing fit up, but here it's not too bad. The top, it's pretty close. I just need a different hose with a bend in it, kind of like this. Maybe I can cut, yeah, I can maybe cut this part, bring it over. See what we can do. All right, we're up in the part shed here. We got exhausts, we got lots of stuff. What was I looking for? Something to do with the radiator support. That's the bumper. Yeah. Oh, exhaust. No, I don't need that. Starter. Yeah, it's the rad mount. Ooh, I was supposed to go in the fuel tank. Forgot that. Okay, where is it? Lots of stuff up here, my God. Yep, that might be it. That holds all the... Oh, that's the helpers, isn't it? Shoot, I gotta put that back on. What the hell is this? Yeah, those are helpers. I gotta... That's important. That's the battery box. That's the wedge for the battery. Yeah, I gotta remember to put those on. Okay, ooh, yes, no, is that the 3? No, that's the single, that's for the back. Okay, I think this is kind of it. I'm missing one. Canister. Oh yeah, this is like some sort of filter. Well, it's been 8 months, but I still remember stuff. This is the piece. Screws are still there even. That goes into there. Fits like a glove. It's kind of cool how that works. Same with this side, same thing. Grommet goes in there. And those 2 bolts hold it in place. Next I took off this, I guess where all the brake lines attached to. And I guess it distributes wherever, I don't know really what it does, but all I know is that I didn't cap anything and it's full of junk. I don't know if this is going to be scrap or we can clean it, but I'm going to try to clean it because I'd have to run around to go find a new one, and this thing looks pretty expensive. So let's try to open it up, see what we can find inside. All right, so the housing came off. That's rusty. There's this electric motor or solenoid or something sits in there. So this is kind of like a valve body, so it's pretty complex. Try not to lose that. Next, we're gonna take off the side here. I don't think this is going to be able to be cleaned, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, this gets more complicated as we go. That's crazy. This is what we're left with. This is in fact a valve body. So, yeah. If there's a little piece of something in somewhere, it's not going to work. And look at all that crud. It was sitting underneath the grain dryer, so I could imagine all the little stuff that's in there. So I try to clean it up as much as I can with a brake cleaner, but I'm afraid it is rusty inside, and it's going to contaminate all my brake fluid and all my brake systems. If it doesn't get plugged up here, it's going to get plugged somewhere else, and we're going to have trouble. So we have a parts truck. Luckily up in the bush, so I'm gonna go take a look, see if this actually has one. Hopefully it does. If not, I'll have to go to the scrapyard and find one, or see what a new one costs off Rock Auto. But looks pretty complicated and looks pretty expensive, so hopefully we won't have to do that. I'm hearing squirrels up in the attic. I'm gonna have to go look at that. It's kind of bad. I hear them crawling around up in there. Anyways. That does it for today. Yep, there's lots to do, but we getting there slowly. And yeah, well, I'll catch you tomorrow. We'll try to see if we can work on this tomorrow, and see you then.